The funny thing is, this is not the card I set out to make today. Through lots of twists and turns, I ended up with a completely different card that turned out really cute in the end. So stick around to see what went wrong and how it all ended up turning out right. Check out this cool cat from Feline Funny from Unity, like feeling funny, but feline funny. I have him stamped on some Nina Solar White cardstock using Gina K Amalgam ink because I know that is Copic friendly. And I'm just going to be doing some really quick and easy Copic coloring. Starting out creating my orange cat using YR16 and just following the stripes and the lines of the cat. I'm just making some of the stripes a little bit bigger and some of them a little bit smaller. Just, no real rhyme or reason, just doing what I feel like making my little kitty cat today. Next, I'm going to come in and add a little bit of shadow using W1. Thinking back, I probably would have grabbed maybe N1 instead, just to get more of a neutral shadow. The W1 worked out fine, but I did want more of a crisp white, and I think N1 or even C1 would have given me that. And to kind of blend those two colors together, I grabbed Y11, just so there wasn't such a stark contrast between the tannish color and the orangish. And then just kind of came in and added some more shadow. To help brighten up the white, I grabbed a white pen and just started scribbling over the white parts, added a little highlight to his eye, and then that just finished everything off. Isn't he cute and funny? Since this is a birthday card, I really wanted to add some party confetti to the background. I am using the new layering confetti stencil from Unity Stamp Company, and I just taped that down really well. And this is where things kind of started to take a turn. I pulled out a blending brush that had some ink left on it, and it's a darker blue. So when I started blending on the speckled egg, it turned out to be much darker than I had planned. I had planned on using prized ribbon, so in the end it worked out just fine. It was just a bit of a surprise at first. Next up, I'm going to do a second layer of confetti. I just flip that stencil over and then slightly shift it to the side, and you can see how it lines up through that stencil. I'm going to make sure I clean off that brush really well. I'm just using a baby wipe, but you could use soap and water too. I think I used these with oxides, and that was probably a poor choice on my part. So once it was nice and clean, I started ink blending again with that speckled egg in the proper color this time, and I'm going to have a really nice contrast between the two blues. And I'm avoiding the sentiment just so it'll be easier to read. And here is the reveal. I just love this party confetti and how you can really customize it to your card to match your colors. So let's trim this guy down. I grabbed the scallops and rectangles die and I'm going to line him up, and then grabbed a piece of tape and ran that through my die cut machine. Unfortunately, it shifted, so now I have a wonky angle, so we're going to have to work on fixing that. I covered my card base with some pattern paper, and then I'm kind of angling the panels so I have a straight sentiment. And then I'm just going to use my pencil to mark off those sides. Don't do what I did and just cut those off straight, because I just shortened the same panel in the same direction. I forgot to mark the other side of the panel so I knew what angle to cut off. So we're going to have to switch gears and fix this. I decided to grab that die again and just realign it so it'll trim off the bottom and add that stitch border to the bottom. Just kind of shortens the panel, which you can do. It's a great technique to make the size of panel that you really want. So now that he's all stitched around, I grabbed another piece of pattern paper and that same die and cut down another panel. And we're really just going to embrace the wonkiness and the angles. So I'm figuring out which way I want this yellow pattern paper to go. And I'm just going to glue that down and then take my scissors and trim it off to meet the edges of the card. So now that I have that panel decided on, I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back of our cool cat, remove that, and then pop up my panel at an angle so the sentiment reads straight. And there we go, we are embracing our mistakes. To add a little bit of sparkle and shine, I'm using a Wink of Stella Clear pen and then a few enamel dots to kind of pull in the yellow from the background to the front of the card. And here is the finished card. Thank you so much for creating with me today. Be sure to like and subscribe to catch all my future video tutorials. I hope you were inspired, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!